Good evening, everyone. It is 6 p.m. on May 4th, 2026. It's time to call City Council meeting to order. Ms. Jones, roll call, please.
Mr. Austin?
Present.
Mr. Shuck?
Here.
Ms. McGinnis?
Here.
Ms. Nally?
Here.
Mr. Prime?
Here.
Mr. Taylor?
Here.
Ms. Price?
Here.
Mayor, you have a quorum.
Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Brian Reese, prayer and pledge, please.
All right, invite you to join me if you would. Our Father, we come before you this evening. We thank you for the privilege it is to assemble again tonight in this hall. Pray that you'd be with all the items on the agenda. Give our council just the wisdom and discernment they need to make the best decisions for our city, both now and its future. And just pray that you'd continue to be with our country, our state, and our city, and those who serve in all the capacities, especially our public servants that serve in our fire department, our police department, over at the hospital, just as they are first responders to the things that go on. Thank you for the work they do. And again, be with this meeting tonight. We ask this in your name. Amen.
Amen.
I invite you to stand with me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated.
And I think thank you, Brian. Under announcements and public comments, I think Brian has an announcement.
All right, I'm Brian Reese. I have the privilege of serving as lead pastor of Crossway Bible Church here in Franklin, and also get to serve as the coordinator of this year's local iteration of the National Day of Prayer gathering this coming Thursday. It'll be as held previously right out in the parking lot area in front of City Hall from noon to 12:45. It'll be a good time of just uniting together and praying for those who serve in different capacities within our city and beyond, but those who are elected officials and public servants, those who are first responders and serve in healthcare, those who are involved in the education of our future, and just a good time to get together and pray. We'll have a good representative, I think, of our community there, as well as some other faith leaders there, and a great time of prayer, so encourage you to come. We'll hear from some of those different people in those different areas, and then we'll just take time to pray over them during that. It's just, I've thoroughly enjoyed being a part of it and looking forward to coordinating this year. So I want to invite everyone to come and join us Thursday, noon to 12:45, right out front.
Thank you, Brian. And just for a little information here, it's a national day of prayer, and the time is set across the country.
Yeah.
The same time all over the country.
Yeah, so these gatherings are observed all over the country. It may be varying times, but it's the first Thursday of May every year. And there's a theme, and we'll talk about that on that day each year. And so this is just our local version of what's happening all over the country. And again, it's not necessarily a political or platform event. It really is just a broad time of people of faith coming together to pray. And I think there may be many differences among people of faith, but it's one thing we can agree on, I believe, is just prayer and the power of prayer and the unity that comes in praying together. So,
Thank you, sir. All right. Any other announcements or public comments? Seeing none, we will go to the consent agenda.
Move to approve the meeting minutes from the April 20th City Council meeting as presented.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. We go to old business.
Move to read old business by title only.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor by reading by title only, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, item number 1, approval of budgetary ordinance 26-07 to appropriate money received for grant from the Blankenship Patriotic Supplies, Director of Parks and Recreation, and tonight, after Chip gets done, it will be a public hearing.
I'd be more than happy to answer any questions you have. Nothing's changed since last time, so.
It was introduced April the 20th, and it's $1,243. Is that correct, Chip?
It's 1243 or 1253, one or the other.
1243.
Thank you.
Okay, so we are open for a public hearing. Does anybody have any questions from the crowd that they'd want to ask Chip or anybody else? Seeing none, we will close the public hearing. Now we're ready for action.
Move to approve. Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you, Chip. There isn't any more old business under new business.
Move to read new business by title only.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to read by title only. All those in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, presentation of the Johnson County Public Library Year in Review. Johnson County Public Librarian Director Lisa Littner. Hi, Lisa.
Hey, it's my once-a-year tour to share the great things happening at JCPL. Try to keep it as brief as possible, but let you know the exciting things that we've been doing. We had over 1 million checkouts again last year, so 1.3 million items, and those are mostly books on our shelves, over 900,000 physical items. That's books, DVDs, audio tape of CDs, we don't have tapes anymore, and other materials like Library of Things. And then 420,000 were digital items that were movies, ebooks. A huge portion of those are audiobooks that people download to their devices and listen on the go. We had almost 400,000 visitors. That's like packing 6 Colts games fully. So that's a lot of people visiting our library locations over the past year. And we had 11,000 new cards and 55,000 active card holders. So those are individuals and households in Johnson County. So we had, we continue to be the 3rd top library system in the state of Indiana for attendance at library programs. So there's Indianapolis, there's Allen County, which is Fort Wayne, and then there's Johnson County. Even though we're the 10th largest system, we have a lot of events and a lot of people attend our events. Next slide. And then we're really proud of our summer learning program, which is designed to engage students to continue to learn and read and maintain their reading skills during the summer. Together as a community, folks of all ages read 5.1 million minutes together. We have a strategic plan update. I believe you'll get these slides and you'll be able to just take a look at these in more detail. Our strategic plan is a living document. We are continually hitting our goals and creating new goals to improve services to the community. So we have 3 kind of pillars of concentration. One is to improve our access and customer experience. The second one on the next slide is to create connection through community engagement and outreach. Right now, we're concentrating on teens and seniors to do additional programs for them. And then the third is excitement. So we're creating really unique learning experiences, providing innovative learning opportunities for our community. On the next slide, you'll see just some of the programs that we had in 2025 that were really popular. We received a huge grant to support preschool readiness. We partnered with Windrose Health System to get materials into the hands of preschool children. Our bookmobile, which I know you've had an update from, has been reaching out in the community at fairs and festivals, as well as community areas like housing areas, daycares, and also senior centers. And then we've really gotten into providing meaningful art experiences. And right now, it is a ballroom dancer. So if that's something you're interested in, check out our guide. You can learn more about ballroom dancing. Okay, so the not so great news, which you guys know about, we've had some state legislation that is affecting our library budgets.
Just had to go there, didn't you?
I know. People need to know. So,
Yes, they do.
so you guys understand, 'cause you're also getting reduced property income tax. For libraries, the most impactful thing is it's changing how we receive local income tax, which is 40% of our budget. And I'm going to jump ahead to HEA 1210. It at least delays this kind of new process for a year for us, but starting in 2028, we're going to have to petition the county council for 40% of our budget, when we're right now just receiving distributions based on a calculation, and that's all public libraries in Indiana. And that for here in Johnson County, it's Edinburgh, it's Greenwood, and the Johnson County Public Library. That middle House Enrolled Act 1406 really kind of punched libraries right on the nose. It limits our growth, our maximum growth quotient. We have to accept basically less than 50% or undergo binding review, and in our case with the county council. It also provides an unequal error penalty. Luckily, JCPL is never in this case. I'm always going to file a budget, right? But if a library somehow forgets to, doesn't know the process, doesn't file their budget in a timely manner like government units are supposed to, they will only receive 49% of their previous year budget, where all other government units will receive 80% if they do the same error. Like I said, it doesn't really apply to us, but it's still kind of a punch in the nose. Next slide is our facility update. We have completed an update for our 20-year maintenance plan, and we are working really hard now, knowing we have 2 stable years of funding, that we're working to make sure we have our buildings in really good shape. We replaced a courier van. Back in 2025 in May, we paused our next building project, which was to do improvements to the White River branch, and that was going to be a modest expansion and a complete renovation of that location. Our library board has decided we probably need to start exploring that again, because our bond will be paid off in early 2028. And if we want to keep that tax rate neutral and try to do improvements to White River Branch, we need to look at that again. So that's something that we're going to be approaching the county council about in the next year. And then we are celebrating America's 250th in a huge way. When I say dozens of programs, it's probably going to end up being hundreds of programs that celebrate the history of the United States. We have a film series going on. Last week we showed Little Women, and in a couple of weeks we have Glory, which is the Civil War movie you might have, if you've seen. We're also showing Smoke Signals, and then for a family-friendly one is Five-O Goes West, which is animated movie. We have a concert series that we're doing at the New Trafalgar Amphitheater. We'll be having patriotic music there, as well as some bluegrass playing, and one of the programs is a performer who will write patriotic song with children, and then they'll perform it that night. That's really exciting. We're partnering with the Parks Department for the Longest Table on September 4th. We're trying to coordinate that with the First Fridays in Franklin. So we're going to have a meal of 320 people from all across Johnson County at the amphitheater. And it's going to be a wonderful conversation of what it is to be an American and to be a U.S. citizen. So that is something we're doing and coordinating. You'll hear more about it in the next few months. And then Military Day is a huge program we're planning the Saturday before Veterans Day at the Johnson County Armory. It is going to be an all-day event with Touch-A-Tank. You'll get to meet soldiers. You'll learn about history of U.S. military. We have a best-selling author going to be there with some free books, and maybe even like a World War II USO-style swing dance victory kind of party. So we're really, really excited for America's 250th this year. And that's my presentation. So if you guys have any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
Lisa, I do have one question. As you know, I like your author series at the Artcraft with Balducci and everything, but I was stunned at the last author you had. Help me out here.
Kelly Yang?
Yeah. How many states were represented? Because it was sold out again. But I remember them commenting on the number of visitors we had from out of state that actually come.
You know, so I would say we probably have about 90% Johnson County residents who come to those events.
There were a couple of.
But people, it's bizarre. Sometimes they'll come from New York, Iowa.
I was amazed.
California. I mean, because sometimes this is an opportunity that meets their schedule. So we do feel like we're impacting economic development because we are bringing and I know people traveled for the Rick Steves,
Yeah.
the
That was
library
the one.
fundraiser.
That's
Yes,
the one I was talking
library
about.
fundraiser.
That was the one I was
We had
talking
over
about.
600 people at the Artcraft.
Yeah.
And yes, people did travel from many states. I could probably get you a list if you want.
I was
But yeah,
stunned.
they come the night before. Several of the people, they came with their friends and they spent all day shopping up and down Jefferson Street and, asked for recommendations on where to eat. So hopefully, the restaurants weren't too, well, I'm sure they enjoyed the business, but yeah, so.
It was a great event.
Thank you.
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Lisa, what's your annual budget?
It's right around 10 million is what we budget for. We usually get less than that in income. like usually about 9.5 million.
So 4 million you're going
So
to have to
yes,
ask for.
4 million could be at risk. There is no minimum they have to fund. There is a maximum that will be less than we receive now. But what I've been telling people is I think we'll be able to figure it out if we get the maximum. If we get any percentage less, we're really going to have to really think seriously about, can we be open 7 days a week? Can we maintain the services we have?
It's pretty impressive what you do.
Thank you.
I understand, just for feedback for the authors that come into town, they put on their resume, they go to New York, they go to Chicago, and they go to Franklin, Indiana. I mean, it is quite amazing. And I'm not a big book author guy, but I am going to one soon just to see what the hype is all about. And my wife goes, so I'm going to
Awesome.
tag along and figure it out.
I say
They
between,
always have the popcorn going.
yeah.
The popcorn alone is worth my
It's
trip.
worth it.
Wild Geese does
It's
like
great.
dozens of them a year, and we do between probably 7 to 10 a year that are completely free and open to the public. The foundation does one that's a fundraiser, but I like to say that we're the literary hub of the Midwest. I mean, you really, like, when I talk to other library directors, they're just stunned. We had James Patterson here last year. I mean, most people don't get to say that.
David Baldacci was
So
here.
David Baldacci, oh, he was amazing
Yeah,
too.
there's somebody from another country came to see him.
Yeah,
I was
just
amazed.
incredible.
Yeah.
Well, they can't get into the other places. right?
All right.
All right,
any-
thank you.
Thank you, Lisa. You do a great job. We appreciate it. Okay, next item. Request approval of the interlocal agreement with the county for HWC Professional Services Agreement, City Attorney Lynn Gray. And I'll just say that Craig Ludeman, who is a former mayor of Seymour, is here, sitting in the back, and he works for HWC. So thanks for being here, Craig. And Lynn.
Hi, Craig. Thank you, Mayor. At the last Board of Works meeting, not just prior to this meeting, but last month now, it was April, the Board of Works entered into an agreement with HWC for purposes of study only as to the potential and the need and all kinds of documents that are required for interchange, north interchange for Franklin. If you're going to get on a list to ever have that considered, there are very, very extensive documents that you have to even ask to be put on a list. And as the mayor has said on a couple of occasions, frequently we are asked when projects come into town, why aren't we planning for traffic before traffic happens? And so we were trying, particularly in conjunction with our comprehensive plan, trying to get ahead of that game to determine, without making any commitments, because so much of this is outside our control, if such an interchange is going to be necessary sometime in the future. So this is step one, very preliminarily. The mayor reached out to the county because frankly, any interchange, if it ever does happen, is going to affect anybody or everybody in the county, to partner with sharing of the professional services that are required. And at the last Board of Works meeting, Kevin Walls, representing the commissioners, appeared and indicated the county was willing to commit 1/2 of the cost of the professional services agreement. So having said that, or having had that done, it was also subject to RDC approval for funding for our portion of it. I then was instructed to reach out to the county legal to prepare an interlocal agreement, and that is what you have before you, where they are agreeing to pay 1/2 of the cost, not to exceed, and the number is in there, I should know it, I've done it.
It is $560,782.
Yes,
And it's
and-
divided by two is $280,300, and I think that says $71.
I think you're right. That's exactly right. So that is what you have before it. It was unanimously approved by the commissioners, and that's why it bears their signature. I believe RDC also approved it. Krista, is she here? Yeah, approved the funding for it, so.
And
And you were there.
Yeah, I
Caught
was
you right during the
And
sneeze.
Josh.
Yeah, I was. I was
And
getting ready to
Josh,
sneeze, sorry.
yeah, Josh was there as well.
Yeah. So to your constituents, this is not a commitment to do anything in terms of an interchange. There are long, many things you have to go through, many things you have to do. It's Perhaps HWC can give me time frame between when you start the process and before you go anywhere. But you've got to stop, you got to start here before it's even in the cards.
Correct. I believe this contract is an 18-month contract, so it's 18 months of study to get it presented back to you guys.
Yeah, and then even when you get a study, you've got to go
Yeah, and then it's
Years.
many more years down the
many
road,
more
yes.
years in advance. So if you're ever going to be prepared, you have to start here.
Yeah, we've been talking about this for a long time, multiple mayors, and yeah, this has been discussed for years. Glad to see it's at least starting.
Okay, is that a motion then, Ken?
Make a motion to approve as presented.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign? Okay, thank you. Hearing none, we'll go on to next item. Yearly tax abatement compliance report for approval, Community Development Specialist Dana Monson.
Yes, good evening. The Economic Development Commission did meet at their April 21st, 2026 meeting. They did review and recommend for approval the following CF1 compliance forms. As these are very similar to the ones that you looked at last month, the majority of the companies are doing very well. Investments are doing very well. The hardest part is still with these companies is still the same thing, looking at employment, looking at trying to find the qualified employees and things of that nature. But very pleased to see that overall wages are rising, employees are getting there and they're getting much closer. So it's been very good. So I will read these all into the record.
Thank you.
C 2026-02, B2S Life Sciences, 2005. C 2026-06, Essex Solutions, 2114. C 2026-07, Essex Solutions, 2306. C 2026-08, Essex Solutions, 2307. C 2026-09, Franklin Tech Park, 2109. C 2026-11, IBC Advanced Alloys, 2102. C 2026-12, IBC Advanced Alloys, 2105. C 2026-21, MTEA, 1307. C 2026-22, MTEA, 2320. C 2026-23, NSK Core, 1320. C 2026-24, NSK Core, 1619. C 2026-25, NSK Core, 2207. C 2026-26, NSK Corp, 2208. C 2026-28, NSK Precision, 1318. C 2026-29, NSK Precision, 2209. C 2026-30, NSK Precision, 2210. C 2026-31, Ortho America, 2134. C 2026-32, Ortho America, 2136. And C 2026-33, Overton Industries, 1621. All of these have been recommended by the EDC for approval.
You nailed it.
I was just going to ask her if she could repeat that.
Thank you.
Sean, do you have anything to add?
No, unfortunately, I was unable to attend the meeting. Had some car issues, had to drive to Milwaukee that day that they had the meeting, so I wasn't able to attend it. But I did read through everything, and like Dana said, we are seeing good numbers across the board on most of the abatements. There is one group that we're going to bring back again, so.
It looks like their capital investments exceed, but they can't get the
Majority,
employee.
But they can't get the employees. That's exactly what's happening.
And it's not
that's
because of automation, it's just trying to find the workforce.
trying to find the right workforce and the right employees with the right skills.
Yeah.
But it seemed like they're training them to get to that. It's
Yeah.
what I read.
We're starting to see that. We're seeing more and more of these companies that are willing to come in. They're doing things. Innovative 3D has a really unique program where they're actually going into the high schools and they're talking to these juniors, sophomores and juniors, and telling them about opportunities, giving them internships with the goal of you graduate in May, we're going to hire you full-time in June. They've had a lot of success with that. So we're starting to see more of those types of programs coming in.
Move to approve.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we'll get to the next item. Request approval of budgetary resolution 26-02, transfer from donation parks senior center professional services 300, to donation Parks Senior Center Professional 100, and supplies 200, Director of Parks and Recreation Chip Orner. It's a budgetary resolution, 26-02, and we can approve tonight, correct?
That's
Yes.
Thank you. So I apologize, I'm here again because this is the same money we've been talking about for about 3 months now. This is the money that came from the Johnson County Community Foundation as part of the $1 million thing that we got. We all know about that. When it was originally appropriated, it was all appropriated into the 300 category, which is professional services, which did not give me the ability to buy program supplies or hire new staff for new programs and that kind of thing. So what I'm asking you tonight is to move it into the proper buckets, basically. Not
Same
any-
amount?
Same amount, not any new money. It's just moving it to the appropriate place where we can actually spend it like we should. So that makes sense.
Make a motion to approve budgetary resolution 26-02.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor by saying aye?
Aye.
Any opposed by saying aye? Hearing none?
Thanks,
Thank you,
Chip.
Chip.
Thank you.
Okay. Now we're council.
Back
member-
again.
No, we actually have other business that.
You see, I didn't move.
Yeah, that I suggested that
Yeah.
Chip,
Okay.
he looks familiar, what's that guy's name? Chip. I
Exactly.
suggested Chip, we talked earlier today, come and report to the Board of Works about some of the things we did at the board,
Yeah.
come and report to the council things
At
we
the
did at
Board
the
of
Board of
Works.
Works.
So-
And one cleanup item.
So with the ordinance so one of the things that I was talking to Lynn about this afternoon is the ordinance for all these donations is actually that I should come to you and have you approve and have the mayor sign. Well, it was on the Board of Works agenda. If you were here in the audience, you've already heard this. We'll start bringing all these sponsorship agreements to you. We bring them in batches. So these aren't a full exhaustive list of what we have donated or sponsored so far. But I did want to at least put it in front of you so you know what's going on and want to make sure you're informed. The mayor probably hasn't signed them yet. He may have, for all I know. He'll get his signature on it. The first batch is Compass Park has a sponsorship for $5,000. Earl Grey and Sons Plumbing did $10,500. Malarkey Roofing Products, which is not even in Franklin yet, they are building, $17,500. McGath Concrete Construction, $2,500. Farm Credit Mid-American Rural First, $3,000. Kim Henderson at Edward Jones, $100. Green Sign Company for $1,000, and Crossway Bible Church for $750. But I did want to at least put that on your radar screen that was approved at the Board of Works meeting. So, and I think they did approve it unanimously. I also have one more that I talked to Lynn about that we are curious about how this happened. But we secured a donation in 2022 for Mutual Savings Bank. The mayor knows what I'm talking about, for $50,000. They paid us the $50,000 in 2022. We cannot find an actual signed copy of that sponsorship agreement. So what I'm asking you tonight is to retroactively approve that. We already got the money. The signs are on the shelter houses. They've been there since 2022, but we literally can't find a signed copy of it anywhere.
And we believe that you already approved it. The reason that I believe that is I remember disclosing to you all that I'm on the Board of Directors of Mutual Savings Bank.
Yeah.
But it took
You
no
did.
action
You
to
did.
fund this donation to the city
Yeah.
to avoid any appearance of impropriety. So I know you approved it, but there is no signed MOU, and there should be. We've got the money. We've done everything we're supposed to. They've done everything we're supposed to.
Check cleared.
But the check did clear.
Cleared?
As far as I know, it did clear.
And
So,
just to clarify why we're just now thinking about this right now is I received an email from Mutual that they are wanting a copy, I'm sure, for Paper Trail. And for some reason, we don't have it.
Yeah.
We have this.
We have
just
it.
don't have
We
the
have
signed
it.
copy. But it is a lifetime sponsorship, so
Yeah.
it's good.
right, so.
And thank you to Jan for looking today. Brooke and my office looked today. I looked at all the minutes from Board of Works and Council for 2 years, and it is just not, I can't find it. So.
I know we did it. I have a recollection specifically, and I prepared this in May of 2022, so,
And it might be in a 2022 box of saved documents out at the storage.
right, so
This is just easy.
we're asking you to approve retroactively, approve the memorandum of understanding regarding corporate sponsorship with Mutual Savings Bank, and the document is here
And to have the mayor sign.
on behalf of the council. That is correct.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
I
Thank you,
promise
Chip.
that's all I got.
Thank,
Oh,
thank,
and I'm sorry, you do have a copy to
I
sign?
have one too.
You want, okay.
Sure, we'll
Thank
just get Steve's. Thank
Okay.
you.
All right, thank you. So we're ready for council comments. Josh, can we start with you? And thank you for yesterday helping with a little computer problem we had at my house. I appreciate you
problem.
coming over and being a friend. Thank you.
Those rascally computer problems. No, I don't have anything tonight, sir.
Thank you. Ann,
I don't have anything, thank you.
Ken,
I don't, thank you, Mayor.
Sean,
Nothing tonight, sir.
Todd?
I have one item. I received this packet from a 15-year-old who watches us on YouTube during our meetings. His name is Sinclair. And so Sinclair, I want to let you know that I'm going to be looking into these questions you have about the US 31 corridor project. And also, I've already addressed the question that you have about a cross walk installation at Drake and Jefferson Street, so I'll be getting back to him soon. So I was pretty impressed. I don't know why he thought I knew the answers, but I at least know people who know the answers, so we'll get that back to him.
Thank you, Todd.
Yep.
Irene,
I don't have anything, thank you.
Jennifer,
Nothing tonight, thank you.
Adriana?
Nope.
Well, at least tell us your name.
Oh, Adriana.
You just did.
Your last name?
Oh, Nicholson.
Okay. Well, thank you for being here, and we're getting close to the end of the year, and are you excited?
I'm
Okay.
ready to be at summer.
I will say that Chip told us today at the department head meeting that the water bowls for your project is in, so they'll be getting installed soon.
Oh,
Okay.
And they had a good turnout at the dog walk.
Yes.
My wife and the dog went down there while I was spreading mulch.
really fun.
It's fun.
Steve, I want to thank Brian Reese for his donation as well. Brian's very kind for your church. Thank you.
Thank you. All right.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.